Hey guys, it's Greg. In this video, I would like to show you Library of Jakkarth, the game which is now on Kickstarter. This is a prototype, obviously, so keep this in mind. The components are obviously not final. And what is a Library of Jakkarth? So it's a game for 2 to 6 players, sorry, and it's like quasi dungeon crawler, I guess. So in the game, you are playing as a mage who enters that library, and your goal is to escape this place. And how you can do this? You need to find 5 keys to open the door and escape. And how you do it? So you're basically going to walk around the library. You're going to loot shelves. You're going to find keys, spells, items, and the goal is to be the first one that collects 5 keys and escapes the library. What are going to happen in a place in a library? So first of all, there's quite a lot of negative interaction. So if you are not into negative interaction, this can be a watch out. Second thing is that in the library you are going to encounter guardians, those NPC monsters that are going to roam around in the library and try to kill you or stop you, basically. So the game is very simple. I mean, you're performing like 3 main actions, and that's it. So this is the prototype, as I said, and this video is going to be a preview. So I'm going to show you some components and mechanics, how this game works. So if you're interested in this title, just check out the rest of this video. So what you can see on the table, it's not a beginning of the game, it's not a setup, it's a game in progress. So I wanted to show you more of the components of the game that can help you visualize what you can expect from Library of Jakkarth. And now what components we have here. So first of all, each player needs to choose one of the mages, and you have under this player sheets slots for the Haunting Guardians tokens and 2 slots for the Holy Relic and Cursed Relic. So those 2 items that you can possess. The second thing in here are the dice. Dice are used to determine how far you can move, and you are going to pass tests checking that you can manipulate some objects in a game or not. Next thing is this deck of cards. We have 3 decks of cards, curses, and those 2 decks that represent loot that you can gather in a game, depending on in which room you are searching. So if you are searching a bookshelves in this blue room, you're taking cards from this first and biggest stack. If you're searching for the loot in those red rooms, you're taking cards from this smaller deck. Those cards are in general more powerful. So and obviously the map that you are going to build using those tiles, and those tiles represent different parts of this mystical library that you're going to explore and find items. And basically that's it. So those are the all important components. We also have some tokens and standees of our guardians. So colorful 4 colors of guardians, and obviously standees of your mages. And what is the goal of the game? So you are playing as a mage who enters this library, and your goal is to find at least 5 keys of the same color. When you have those keys, you need to run away from the library back to the entrance. This tile over here is the entrance to the library. If you are in this on this last spot over here, you need to show all other players that you have 5 keys, all of them in the same color, and if you have them, you are the winner of the game. So basically every player starts in this room, in this location right here, and you're going to explore your map. And now let me show you how the game flows and what actions you can perform. So we have those handouts in here, and the goal of the game, present 5 keys of the same color. So as I said, this is the general goal of the game. In your turn you can perform up to 3 actions, and here are the actions. So present keys it's basically what I said. You're showing that you have 5 keys of the same color, you're the winner. Move and explore. So when you want to move, you're just rolling 2 dice, you're adding up the pips, and the sum of them is the amount of spaces that you can move. So every time when you're at the edge of the tile, you need to draw another one and add it to the map, creating the library. On the tiles, we have shelves with the loot that you can find, gather, but we also can find some things like magical portals, like traps that you can trigger and something can happen, positive or negative. There are also like those locations of abyss that you cannot enter. And what else? Oh yeah, and those locations, like with those arrows, represent that in this slot, in this place, you need to put a gargoyle that you can move, performing another action. And there is also another one. Wait a second, I'm not sure if it's going to be in here. No, it's on the map. So we have also a tile like this one with fire. So when you enter this location, something negative gonna happen to you. You can lose one of your cards, or depending on the roll of the dice, you're going to lose a card, or nothing gonna happen. But also we have those slots like here. In here you need to put a closed door, and those doors are you can open those doors only by discarding one of the keys you are holding. And the last type of location that you can find are those with arrows. You are again putting in here a special token that represents movable wall, let's say, that you can rotate and protect yourself from guardians, or you can basically open the new door to different parts of the library. So this is the movement. You're moving and collecting a loot. So another action is basically loot a bookcase. So depending on if you're looting big bookcase, so this longer one, you're just drawing 2 cards. If it's smaller one, you need to roll a dice, and depending on the result, you're going to take 1 or 2 cards. And on those cards, we have a lot of different things. And the power, the biggest element of this game are those cards, because on the cards we have a lot of spells. We have obviously those keys that you want to find, like here, 2 yellow keys, but the spells are the most important one, because thanks to the spells you can save yourself, you can throw your friends under the bus, you can kill them, you can kill a guardian or a player, and and you obviously can find those cursed relics and holy relics that are going to give you some kind of buffs or debuffs. Yeah, so now I mentioned those guardians, but before that, let's see the rest of the actions you can perform. Cast a spell, so you're basically reading the text on a card. Equip a relic, that's it. And manipulate an obstacle. So when you are in a room on a tile with a token of gargoyle or this moving wall, you can manipulate them, or you can manipulate the gargoyle or the wall in adjacent room. So you're just basically rolling a die, and depending on the result, if it's 4, 5, or 6, you can move or rotate obstacles in one of the tiles. And those are all the actions that you're going to perform. After your action, the guardians are going to pursue you, trying to kill you, obviously if they are, of course, already on the map. Now the guardians. The guardians are like those NPCs that are wandering around the library. They want to obviously kill you, and depending on who discovered this guardian is going to be focused on this player. So if, for example, red mage discovered green guardian, the guardian is going to focus on him or her, and just pursue to kill him or her. Now the red mage can obviously run, kill the guardian, or lock themselves in a room thanks to those rotating walls. And so when the guardian cannot reach you, because there's no possible way to get you, the guardian changes its focus and can pursue another player. So those are the three of them are going to appear always, and there also can be fourth one, the purple one, that can only be summoned thanks to the magical spell. So as I said, the goal of the game is to gather 5 keys and escape this maze this library alive with those keys. And now, what kind of cards you can find that are going to help you fulfill your goal? So, for example, this spell changed the focus of Guardian from one player to another. So I think that's quite easy to understand after what I said about the Guardians. Teleport to the nearest teleport field, or if you are standing on a teleport field, put your character on a teleport field of your choosing. So those purple teleport fields like this one, these are going to appear on the map. I mean, you can spawn them, and some of them are already printed on the tiles, and you can use them to teleport around the library to find not looted yet bookshelves, or just to escape the guardians. Another one, reroll instant repeat a dice roll that has just been performed. And this is one that I didn't mention earlier, that in this game we have a little bit of negative interaction, because you can, as you can see here, cast this spell during the round of the other player and force this player to reroll the results. Labyrinth, move all obstacles in a room of your choice. I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously. Spell break. Instant, stop the effect of a spell or instant spell. What we can have here. Yes, some of the cards are also instant spell and key. So if you're not going to use this card can be treated as a green key. And so on, so on, so on. So we have a lot of these cards. This smaller pile represents more powerful cards. Mostly we have a lot of keys in here, but also some spells. For example, instant kill, kill a character or a guardian. Guardians are returned to their starting fields. Instant fire, place up to 3 fire tokens in a room of your choice. And as I said, fire forces you to discard cards from your hand, so you can lose your precious keys. And basically that's it. So you are just running around, escaping the guardians, throwing your friends under the bus, and the goal is to find 5 keys in the same color and escape the library. So this is the game. It's a very easy game. I mean, in terms of rules, but when you are going to add this negative interaction, it can be much more difficult than you think. So this is Library of Jakkarth, and the game is going to be on a Kickstarter. Link to the web page you can find in the description below. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.